Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of RTHD. In this episode, I'm going to unbox the C920 Pro HD camera by Logitech. This camera has been out for a while, but it's a really classy quality camera that a lot of people have reviewed before. Well, I finally got one, and I'm hoping that this is actually going to be, you may find this useful. This, as I said, is, I would have mentioned in the previous video, does 1080p. It also says a 720p, but of course 1080p is the better thing. Now, very rare do you come across cameras that will do high quality 1080p that isn't grainy. So this camera, generally speaking, from what I saw, does a really good job of recording without the grain and so forth. Obviously, lighting might be a concern because lighting also affects the grain and so forth. But this actually is supposed to replace my laptop camera that I use. And I believe that camera is a 2 megapixel camera, but it doesn't do a good job at all. If you check out some about 2 videos behind, I did one and it was really noisy, and noisy on video, but also audio was really noisy as well too. And so I decided that I'd buy this because, you know, it's more convenient for me to create some videos using the laptop and the camera already connected to the laptop, because sometimes you want to review something on the screen, and so sometimes when I'm using my original camera, which is this one here, to do that I have to cut into the videos and paste. And so it's really it boils down to being able to produce something very quickly, but still with some level of quality as well too. So I decided I'd go for this. Now, I got this on Prime Day for, what was the price? And I might be showing it wrong side or not, right? But yeah, I paid, I believe it was 40 US dollars. Now this thing actually goes for more than 60 US dollars on an average day, so I saved at least 50% on this thing. When I had originally saw this, it was going for $50, and then I left it in the cart, and then a few days later the price went up. So it went up to like, it's near $70 on a normal day. I'm not too sure if it's gonna stay down since after Prime Day and so forth, but this is a steal of a deal. A lot of gamers use it. They use the newer version to this as well, which is the C920, which is nearly the equivalent to this, except that the C922, C922, it actually does background blurring. So sometimes when those videos you see them playing their games and you see them in the background, or you see them in the foreground in the little corner, like right here or so, and they're also sitting down in their chair, so you get to see them in their chair. Well, they use the Logitech to do that. But I'm not into games and so forth, so I'll just be using this to do, as I said, some of the videos and so forth. With that being said, guys, let's get to opening up this thing, because I'm really excited, and this is what I'm going to use for probably a lot of my videos, hopefully. Knock on wood. I don't have wood, but you know what I mean. Comes in a really beautiful box. So sad, I hate to have to open these boxes. I really like when products are in a beautiful box. Maybe we could go through. So I said 1080p, which is good. So what you're seeing here, this quality is pretty much what 1080p would look like. And it also, of course, does, if it can do 1080p, generally speaking, it would do 720, which is less. It says full HD video calls. Of course, I'm not going to use this for video conferencing per se, but nevertheless, it's a good thing to have. Now, to the right-hand side of this box, and maybe I should probably flip this over, but if I flip it over, I can't see. So unfortunately, this may have to work like that, right? Okay. So it says the flexible HD webcam that goes beyond built-in. Smart, agile, adjustable. It brings a whole new angle to video calling. All right, so that's it. And it basically has all the different languages there. Nothing too much to talk about. It says 1080p video calls. Again, it says stereo audio with dual mics. That's nice. That's nice to have. So it says stereo audio with dual mics. It says HD autofocus and light correction. So enjoy razor sharp high def in every environment. It's iffy between whether this one is better than the 922 at that, but either way, I'd probably be using it in light or with the selfie ring that I use sometimes. And now there's actually a list here, which is obviously going to be very small to see on the on video, but I'll read it out there. So it actually does have the C922 at the top. That's the gamer one. And then below that is the C920, which is this one, and then below that has the C615. So I'm guessing which one is better is the topmost one, which is the C922. Yeah, and it is, because the C922, it actually does a resolution of 720p by 60 frames per second, which is more than what the C920 does. But I'm totally fine, I guess, with the I thought it would have been able to do it, but apparently it doesn't. But that's okay. It's a little bit disappointing, but that's all right. It says it's going to be compatible with Windows and Mac. I'm not a Mac person, unfortunately, so I wouldn't really be able to test it there. I'll be testing it, of course, on Windows. It says Skype, Google Hangouts, FaceTime for Mac, XSplit, and OBS. So it actually is advertising some of the products, some of the open source products as well, too, some that are paid. And to the bottom just has some more details on configuration, system requirements. This runs apparently on Windows 7, 8, 10, macOS 10.10 or later, Xbox One, Chrome OS, and of course that's have a USB port and internet access, of course, if you're doing streaming. It says it's produced, copyright is 2018, so it's actually not really old. It's actually a newish product. And it says it uses 500 milliamps of power, and it runs at 5 volts. I think that's normal and standard. So with that being said, let's see what's inside of here. I'm wondering if, you know, for the longest while I haven't bought a piece of hardware made in 2018. This is probably like one of the latest pieces of hardware that I have that may require drivers. So I'm curious to see whether they bundle the drivers with it, or if they actually if you actually have to download it online. So let's see. I'm trying not to hurt this box too much, but it seems that I will have no choice but to hurt this box. All right. All right, so let's see what's going on here. All right. Oh, wow, cool. So it actually shows you it right away. That's nice. It gives you that, wow, it looks brand spanking new, guys. Look at how clean this thing is. I'm sure when I touch it, it's gonna smudge. So I'm gonna pull it out and see. I'm curious about the packaging. Okay, so as we pull it out, we get what seems to be a very, very long cable inside of there. Now it has some weight, guys. I mean, I'm surprised, and so I'm thinking that this clip. Ooh, whoa, guys! I just realized something really, really cool about this thing. All right, so it has this piece of plastic here, which I'm not going to take out as yet. I'll probably take it out later on, because it seems very clean. It shouldn't affect the quality. But what's actually heavy is not the camera itself, but there's this really solid mount, and it comes with a standard mount, so I can actually mount this thing to my normal camera stand, because it has this standard mount piece here. And that is like it literally feels like metal, even though it may not be fully metal, and it sounds like plastic, but it's really heavy. This part is heavy, and that makes it heavy. But I think the dual mics as well, what you're seeing here is the dual mics on the left and to the right as well too. We'll have a test of that to see how that goes as well too. So I'll probably get around to doing that in the next video, coming up right next. But with that being said, guys, this is of course the unboxing as well. Let's see if there's anything else in here. This feels absolutely light. It doesn't feel like it has anything in it, but there's always the possibility of there being, for example, a CD with the drivers. I do see like some booklets here, basic instructions on how to set up this camera. But it's just one sheet. I mean, I guess everything else is online. This thing looks like FCC statement and so forth. Nothing really super important here. I'm guessing if there's any setup and so forth, it's not going to be happening. Oh, wow, okay. So literally no software. There's no software here. You have to actually, I guess, download the software. Which it's not terribly bad that you have to do that, but it's always nice to have a little, a backup CD, for example, because if you're ever in a place that doesn't have internet, I know that might sound really, really weird, but there are places without internet. This, of course, would not work. I'm seeing that the flaps on the inside, which I thought was strange. I thought maybe that the box would have been over, but that looks a little weird, but okay, that it doesn't mean that it's used. It just probably means that they probably opened it and did the inspections and so forth and tested it. But guys, that's pretty much the Logitech unboxing. So stay tuned to, I guess, the other video, because of course this video is already going on to 10 minutes. Stay tuned to the next video where I'll actually be doing a test and you'll probably get to see the Logitech in action. So with that being said, guys, thanks so much for viewing. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon, and I mean very soon, as we do the test for this thing. Bye.